Welcome back to Euro Football Daily. With the transfer window wrapping up very soon, we are profiling 10 players your club should definitely go for. Let's get into it. 10. Tanguy Ndombele. As much as it pains us to say it, for a variety of reasons, Tanguy Ndombele's club record £54 million move from Lyon to Spurs simply hasn't worked out. Hamstring and groin issues saw him miss 7 games in 1920, the manager that brought him to the club was fired after just 12 league games, and his replacement seemingly doesn't rate him. The All or Nothing documentary saw Ndombele complain to Daniel Levy about his game time and suggest that there is more to his non-selection. And if you dig into his numbers from the 2019-20 campaign, he might have a point. While his work rate left a lot to be desired at points, there is clearly a talented player in there, with his 2.1 chances created per 90 in 6 Champions League appearances, only topped by 6 central midfielders. And if that wasn't enough, he also completed 3.4 take-ons per 90 in the league, only bettered by 6 players in the division. While Ndombele's performance against Lokomotiv Plovdiv earned him a rare start against Southampton, just his 13th in the Premier League, making a move this window unlikely, Europe's elite will be watching his situation with interest over the next few months. 9. Duje Ćaleta-Car. We thought about including Jean-Claire Todibo, who might be persona non grata at the Camp Nou, but instead we plumped for 23-year-old Marseille centre-back Duje Ćaleta-Car. The former Red Bull Salzburg man has emerged as a key player on the French Riviera following his €19 million transfer from Austria in July 2018. Last season he appeared in 23 Ligue 1 games as Marseille finished second in a curtailed season, their best placing since 2012-13. That was in no small part down to Andre Villas-Boas' improved defensive structure that saw them concede 29 league goals, 23 fewer than the previous season. Ćaleta-Car was a big part of that, completing 78% of his tackles and winning 71% of his aerial duels, 7% more than Aymeric Laporte. No slouch on the ball either, he completed 47 passes a game at an 87% completion rate, which included 3.5 long balls a game, the most of any outfielder at the Stade Velodrome. With Leonardo Bellardi arriving on loan from Dortmund, Alvaro Gonzalez from Villarreal and Boubacar Kamara going from strength to strength, Villas-Boas is well stocked at centre-half, giving a glimmer of hope to any of Ćaleta-Car's potential suitors. 8. Mikel Oyarzabal. A year ago, Mikel Oyarzabal was being linked to Man City as a possible replacement for Leroy Sané, before the German's ACL injury ruled out his move to Bayern Munich. Oyarzabal put the disappointment behind him to have a magnificent season with his 21 league goal contributions in 37 games, only topped by Messi, Benzema, Suarez and Moreno in La Liga. But when Sané's £40 million transfer to the Champions League winners was completed in early July, it was Ferran Torres rather than Oyarzabal who Pep turned to. Although Torres might have 3 years on the Real Academy graduate, right now there is no comparison between the two, with Oyarzabal operating on 0.47 expected goals and assists per 90, 0.11 more than the youngster. Aiming to provide at least 15 goal contributions for the 4th consecutive season, the £54 million valued winger would be the perfect pickup for any club looking to ignite their attack, such as Atletico Madrid. We're on the cusp of 400,000 subscribers, so thanks everyone who is currently subscribed. Why not join the club? 7. Carlos Fernández. Sevilla are riding high right now. Back into the Champions League, having won the Europa League for the 4th time in 7 seasons, Julen Lopetegui has backed it up with a busy summer. Incomings have included Suso, Oscar Rodriguez, who shone at Leganes last season, and returning hero Ivan Rakitic, who has been brought in to replace the talismanic Ever Banega. But one player who's gone slightly under the radar is Carlos Fernández, who is back at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan following a successful year at Granada. The 24-year-old's 10 goals and 3 assists in 34 games spearheaded the newly promoted side's run to 7th in La Liga, their best league finish since 1974. While his 1.9 shots per 90 might not sound exceptional, he was playing for a side averaging just 10.4 shots a game, the 16th best record in the division. Having averaged 0.4 expected goals per 90, better than João Felix and Antoine Griezmann, for a side with just 45% of the ball, we're excited to see what Fernández can do in 2020-21. And with De Jong, Ocampos, Munir and En-Nesyri already on their books, Sevilla might be willing to let Fernández leave either permanently or more likely on loan before the deadline. 6. Ismaila Sarr. When Watford's relegation was sealed on the 26th of July following a 3-2 defeat to Arsenal, it felt like many of their players would be staying in the top flight. The jewel in their crown though was without doubt Ismaila Sarr. Signed for a club record £27 million after 2 promising seasons in Ligue 1 with Rennes, the 22-year-old proved himself to be Premier League level quality. 5 goals and 4 assists might not sound like an incredible return, but that was 25% of the Hornets' total output, with only Norwich and Palace scoring fewer. Factor in his underlying numbers, which included 2.1 take-ons per 90, more than Rashford and Grealish, and 1.5 inside the box per 90, just 0.1 fewer than Harry Kane, and the Senegalese was worthy of a move. With no Watford player topping his 5.7 non-penalty expected goals, we are surprised no club has swooped yet. And with champions Liverpool, who he tormented in their 3-0 victory in February, plumping for Diogo Jota, any potential suitor might have a free run at Sarr. 5. Filip Kostic. While Filip Kostic might not be at the level of Timo Werner or Kai Havertz, we felt his performances in 2019-20 deserved a big money transfer too. After all, this is a player who very much ran the entirety of Eintracht Frankfurt's attack, with the Serbian ranking 4th in the Bundesliga for total shots, 3rd for key passes and 1st for completed dribbles. A quite remarkable performance from the 27-year-old. Capable of playing as a wing-back or as a left winger, Kostic contributed 15 league goals for the 2nd consecutive season as Adi Hütter's side struggled to replicate the progress made in 18-19. But despite losing the likes of Haller, Jovic and Ante Rebic last summer, the Eagles only scored 1 fewer league goal, and that was mainly down to Kostic contributing a remarkable 0.53 expected goals and assists per 90. A tremendous athlete and a wonderful footballer with a cannon of a left boot, we can't fathom why Antonio Conte would choose to sign a 34-year-old Kolarov over his national teammate. 4. Willian. Anyone who's been watching Euro Football Daily for a couple of years will know we are big fans of Wolfsburg's Willian. The 25-year-old right-back has established himself as a key cog in northern Germany since joining from International in June 2017, racking up 69 Bundesliga appearances. A fantastic front foot defender, he made a monster 5.2 tackles and interceptions per 90 last term, which rose to 6.3 in the Europa League, with no player to have played over 300 minutes topping his 4.7 tackles per 90. For a player capable of playing at right midfield too, it's perhaps no surprise that his attacking statistics were just as impressive with 1 key pass and 1.3 dribbles per 90, the same as the adventurous Serge Aurier in the Premier League last campaign. And with 9.8 progressive passes per 90, 2 more than Leicester City's Ricardo Pereira, Willian is already operating at an elite Premier League level. While a cruciate injury sustained in February might have scuppered a move this summer, with Spurs and Everton considering strengthening in the position, they could do a lot worse. 3. Oussama Idrissi. With the likes of Milik, Davinson Sanchez, De Ligt, De Jong, Ziyech and Donny van der Beek all leaving the Eredivisie since 2017-18 for massive money, the football world has definitely caught on to the bountiful resources of the Dutch top flight. And we feel the latest player from the production line destined for the very top is 24-year-old winger Oussama Idrissi. The 7-capped Moroccan has developed into one of the division's outstanding talents since transferring from Groningen to AZ Alkmaar in January 2018, with 21 goals and 9 assists in his last 57 league games. Of the players still playing in the Netherlands, that tally is only topped by Dusan Tadic and Steven Berghuis, with both of them 28 or over. And with both of them 28 or over, it's fair to say Idrissi is the most exciting emerging talent in the country. Having averaged 5.1 shot creating actions per 90 last campaign, 0.5 more than AZ's next best Calvin Stengs, it's essential that Arne Slot convinces him to stay and fight for their first league title in 12 years. But make no mistake, teams such as Southampton, Bayer Leverkusen and Marseille should be considering an offer. 2. Robin Gosens. When Robin Gosens made his Germany debut against Spain in September 2020, it felt like just reward for 2 years of exceptional performances. Having contributed a solid 5 league goals in 18-19, the wing-back exploded last term with 9 goals and 8 assists in 34 league games. Not only was this topped by just 14 players in Italy, but it was one fewer than PFA Young Player of the Year Trent Alexander-Arnold managed in the Premier League. Especially impressive given he also found time to complete 3.1 tackles and interceptions, 1.9 blocks and 2 clearances per 90. With Atalanta topping Serie A last year according to expected points, in their 98 league goals only bettered by Man City and Bayern Munich in Europe's top 5 leagues, Gosens is at the perfect club to continue his upward trajectory. But that didn't make it any more baffling that Leicester City decided to sign right back Timothy Castagne for the 7th biggest fee in their history, rather than a solution to their problem position on the opposite flank. Gosens would have been the answer. 1. Oussama Idrissi. Having talked about Oussama Idrissi for years on Football Daily, it took a momentous run to the semi-finals of the Champions League for the world to sit up and take notice of the Lyon star. And let's have it right, he was absolutely magnificent in the tournament, scoring once and providing 4 assists in 8 appearances, with only one out-and-out central midfielder, Corentin Tolisso, providing more. So what makes the 22-year-old stand out? Well, not only is he capable of playing a number of positions, namely in a midfield 3, as a 10 or on the left wing, but he's absolutely magnificent in tight spaces. When pressured, he is not only able to beat a man with only 2 central midfielders in France topping his 3 successful dribbles per 90, but find the killer ball, with no Lyon player completing more key passes last term. The only Arsenal player who averaged over 3 shot-creating actions per 90 last season was Mesut Ozil, and he's currently out of the first team picture. If the Gunners were able to bring in Aouar, who produced 3.1 in 1920, it could be a complete game changer. So those were our 10 players your club can't afford to miss out on, but can you think of any more? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a like, and why not click on screen right now for more great EFD content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.